So as I mentioned in my live stream today, I like to go out and do walks at night. And I noticed that this evening the weather report indicated that there was a storm blowing in. And I looked about 15 or 20 minutes ago. It's about 9:45 right now. And saw the storm was getting really close. And decided now was the time to go out for my walk. Because you know what? It's a warm night. It's like in the upper 80s right now. So even if it rains on me, it's going to be kind of a cool experience. And look at what I got coming towards me. Yeah, I looked at the maps recently and it looks like it's all going to move east of us, so I think we're going to miss this one. I'm almost all the way back now and it seems to be moving away. Disappointed. The one that got away. Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Rowell. Alright, second day of my 4-day weekend this week. I got a couple service call things I got to do today. As you know, I had to break into my house a few weeks ago when I locked myself out right before work. Well, today the window is supposed to get replaced, so we're going to get them in here hopefully in the next half hour or so and get them to get that replaced. Then we can pull that cardboard off and the place will be nice and secure again. Also, I have a little bit of a plumbing issue that I got to deal with, and so I'm going to have to call a plumber in here because this is a little something that's beyond my abilities to deal with. So we're going to get that done, and then we're going to just see where we go from there. Oh, nuts. I just got a call from the window company. The guy that they had scheduled to come and replace my window called in sick today, so they're going to have to reschedule. So, now it's just back to the plumber if I can get him. So I bought a little wildlife food for the tree, and it's good to see it's getting used. Got to get them used to being in the yard so they're ready when Jaw gets here. Alright, it's been a couple hours since I contacted the plumber and I still haven't heard from them, so I think I'm going to kind of move on to the rest of the day. I've decided that I am going to go out and buy a riding lawn mower today. So I've actually spent the last couple hours reviewing the candidates, and it was 3 candidates I was looking at. It was the 2 Troy-built models, and I saw at Home Depot, and the Craftsman model that I saw at Lowe's. Now, all 3 of the mowers basically had the same features. The Craftsman had a little bit more horsepower in the engine, but they all had a 42-inch deck, and that was what I needed because, that's how much of a swath of lawn you can do each pass. And I needed to be able to get it into my shed, which has a 48-inch door, as you recall. So that seemed, the 42-inch was the way to go. All 3 of those did that. They all had kind of comparable, turn radiuses and all that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, I looked at reviews and I decided to go with the Craftsman model. It just had hundreds and hundreds of reviews of people that said, oh yeah, I love this thing, this is a great mower. And the few complaints that you got, were people that got a defective product or something like that. That happens, you're making a complicated machine. Sometimes you get one part that goes in there that isn't exactly right and it fails, just deal with a warranty, go get another one, you'll be fine, but they got to write a bad review about it. So, whatever, wrote those off, but it's kind of the middle price of the 2, because you remember the 2 Troy builts at Home Depot were what, $13.49 and $14.49. Yeah, this Craftsman is in that range, so that's the one I think I'm gonna go with, just because also I really like the Craftsman name. So while I was doing the research, I also discovered that both Lowe's and Home Depot will deliver the product for you. Now, it may take a week or 10 days to get it, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So you know what that means. We're gonna go to Lowe's. Now on the same trip, I am going to make a trip to Home Depot also. I think a couple nights ago, I may have accidentally left one of the burners going on the grill, and I drained the tank. I tried to use it last night for dinner, and there was no gas coming out. So I said, okay, well, I'll just write that off as a learning experience. And I tried to switch to the other tank, which is this one here. But I think this tank is defective. There's clearly gas in it, but when you open up the valve, no gas comes out. So there's something wrong with a valve on that one. So I'm going to go try and get this one replaced, see if they'll take it back and just give me a trade on it. And then we'll get this one refilled, or get this one, well, what they do is they take the tank and give me another tank that's full. So get this one replaced also. Well, I'm becoming more and more of a Texan every day. First it was a propane barbecue. Now I am the proud owner of a riding lawnmower by Craftsman. They do deliver it. They're promising that it'll be delivered on this coming Sunday, so hopefully I'll get it while I'm here. You know, it's good that they can deliver it on a day that I'm actually off of work. You know, it would suck if they tried to deliver it like on Friday and I was at work and couldn't receive it. I also kind of gave up on waiting for a reply from the plumbing company. It's been like 4.5 hours now, and I haven't heard anything from them. You know, I went on their website and they said, yeah, you know, set up your appointment online. Well, apparently that doesn't work very well, so I just looked up the web page again and called and talk to somebody this time, and they're going to have somebody here in the next hour and a half to 3.5 hours. So hopefully we'll get this wrapped up. They said they've been out here before, so maybe they know the layout a little bit. So let's see what happens on that. So I've talked a number of times about how my father worked for Northrop and worked on the stealth bomber, and at the beginning of the time when he started working on that, we didn't even know what he was doing because the project was still secret and classified at that point. All we knew is, well, we speculated that he worked on an airplane of some sort because we knew he was working for Northrop, and we knew that was what his experience was. But for the longest time we had no idea what it was, and it was this thing. And when the project finally was declassified in the 80s, he had all sorts of great memorabilia that he made available to me. And this is one of the things that I got at the time, and this has actually been sitting on my desk for many, many years, and kind of something I'm very proud that I have, that I actually own. And I also found something else that he sent, that he gave me way back in the day. And I wanted to show you that because I just unpacked that the other day, and that was really kind of fun. So let me show you these. Now I recognized this envelope as soon as I saw it in the box because I'd been looking for this. And this is just an envelope. That's the logo right there for Northrop's collaboration with the Air Force in the construction of the B-2 bomber. And inside this, when I was given this, it included a full-size sticker of that logo, which I thought was really cool. I've never used that. It's still a really good sticker. It's just something kind of fun to look at. But it also included these really great artist conception drawings of the stealth bomber. They had artists do this because at this point there weren't any really even declassified photographs of the thing. And so this is one of the pictures I have. This is a I think it's like 12 by 16, so I mean this is suitable for framing, and I got 6 of these, and they're very cool. I want to share that with you. That's one artist conception drawing of it taking off. That actually almost looks like a real photograph, doesn't it? Definitely the fuel plane looks real, but yeah, that's supposedly mid-air refueling of the B-2 bombers, you know, because they're supposed to be able to fly anywhere in the world and drop their payload. And so there was that, and that was a really cool one. Get to the next one here. Another beautiful image of it firing a missile over. I'm guessing maybe the mountains are real, and the background is real, but the plane and the missile have been added by the artist. But you know, really kind of cool, beautiful pictures, stuff that'd be really nice on the wall, right? Because we know I need a lot of stuff on my wall. So yeah, another image of it flying over ice sheets. Because theoretically, I guess, you know, a lot of times if you're going to fire missiles at the Russians, which is what this is all about, at the time. You know, this was mid 80s. You know, you go up over the North Pole, it's a lot faster than going across the Atlantic or across the Pacific. So let's move on to the next one here. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand here while I hold the camera with the other. More of the B2 being stored in some place and being ready for takeoff in an emergency here. I guess it looks like this is a artist's conception of the pilot and co-pilot getting on the plane, getting ready to go off on a mission. So that's kind of a cool one too. And then this last one is actually a photograph. This is the actual plane from the rollout ceremony on November 22nd, 1988, when this thing officially was declassified. So that's an actual photograph. I think it's a first official photograph that was made public. So yeah, like I said, very suitable for framing, right? Glad to have those. Yep, some great memories from my father. Alright, so the plumber is gone, and of course this couldn't be easy. He actually pulled this toilet out and ran a snake down there to clear out whatever the obstruction was, and managed to get it out fairly easily. And then he decided to put a camera down there, and I kind of wanted him to do that anyway, because if we got like roots getting into the sewer line, sometimes you got to know that. Well, it turns out that the galvanized pipe that they put running out to the sewer, out to the main sewer line at the street, which has been in there for 50 years, is basically pretty much shot. What goes on, you know, normally you want to have kind of a gentle slope on the plumbing when you're going down, and not like little dips and valleys in there. Well, over the years, there have been dips and valleys, and so when he was running the snake through there, he could definitely see that the pipe had been eroded away from the inside from, you know, having water run through it for 50 years. And there were a couple points where there were dips and hills and valleys and stuff like that. And of course that stops your water running, because then you get air bubbles down there, and the water just doesn't flow very well. So basically we made the tough decision that I am going to have to replace the sewer line on this house. That is going to be mega bucks. Now, ideally, if they designed this house with the idea of doing repairs and stuff like that, they would have taken the sewer line and run that way, because when you go that way, it's 8 feet to the outside wall, you know, like we have here in the cat's room. You know, this is the outside wall here, and then you could just run down the lawn in the front yard out to the sewer line. But no, it doesn't do that. Apparently this snake's all over the place. He was tracing it around. He says that it basically comes out here, it kind of snakes through here, goes through this wall to get into this bathroom here and connect up to this toilet, and then it kind of makes a straight shot out of here out to the yard, where then it goes down to the street. So that means there's like 36 feet of sewer line that runs underneath the slab here. And in order to replace all that, they are going to have to tunnel under my house. That doesn't sound cheap, does it? No, it isn't. Their initial estimate, $23,000. So yeah, this is going to be a very expensive day. I've elected to do this because, you know, I've got money left over from the house, and I'd rather get it taken care of now and not have to worry about it in the future. And so I gave them a real healthy down payment today, and they're going to come tomorrow, and they are going to trench under my house, remove all the old galvanized pipe, and put some Schedule 40 PVC in there. And once we get this done, I should never have to worry about this problem again. So like I said, it's something that's got to be done. It's the joys of being a homeowner, and I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and do it. Fortunately, I got the money that I can do it left over from the house fund. So, you know, it's going to take them 3 or 4 days. I go back to work on Thursday, but, you know, everything they're going to be doing is outside. So, you know, they can continue to work without me, and they don't need to get into the house, so there won't be a problem there. And it seems like I'll only not have sewer access for a few hours, because what they'll do is they'll trench in there completely, make sure they have all the parts that they need, and then and only then will they cut out the old line and start putting in the new line. And only during that couple hour period will it be necessary to not use any of the water fixtures in the house. So I think we can do that. We use the restroom right before they tear it apart, make sure we're all good to go, and then I should be fine. And in all likelihood, they may end up waiting until Thursday to do that. And if they do that while I'm at work, then all the better. So I think that's all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.